'cause I talk shit about you on the internet. Hey guys, so I am taking a self-care day today and just pampering myself because I started my period this week and I'm feeling really crappy. So I thought I could come on here and do this really badass face mask that I love to do with you guys and chit chat about recovery while I do it. So I just got out of a meeting I had with my bosses for my job, and now I am going to be starting a new job too. I'm going to be training for it hopefully Thursday and Friday, and I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I'll be working with my friend Richie, and I'm super excited about it because I'm going to be able to go on trips with him and stuff and travel places. So it's going to be really cool. Okay, so anyway, this mask is the AHA BHA 2% peeling solution by The Ordinary, and I swear by this mask. Okay, I have been using this mask for a couple of years now, and it's badass. It's a really good mask. So it just helps with your skin texture, and it just helps with everything, honestly. It makes sure my skin is smooth as a baby's bottom. Okay? Smooth as a baby's bottom. So let's get this hair pulled up. I just washed it. I don't relate to you, no. Okay, there we go. Here we go. So it's red. It looks like blood when you put it on. But it's not blood. There we go. There we go. No, I don't speak Spanish. I know a little bit, but not enough to really speak it fluently. Now, my mom, that was her first language. And when I was a little girl, we grew up. My dad's Italian and my mom is Mexican. When I was a little girl growing up, my mom used to speak Spanish to us. And my dad hated that because he couldn't understand what my mom was saying. So my mom she stopped speaking Spanish to us really. And we didn't learn. So we beat ourselves up now that we wish we had learned when we were younger, because it would be awesome to be bilingual, you know. But anyway, my mom had to learn how to speak English when she was in Catholic school because if she spoke Spanish, the nuns would slap her knuckles with the ruler. And it hurts when you get your fucking, I don't know if y'all have ever had y'all's knuckles slapped with a ruler before, but I went to Catholic pre-K, and I got fucking slapped across the face by a nun. So, them nuns don't fucking play. So there we go. I'm going to let this sit on for about 5 or 10 minutes, and let me get I'm going to use this to fan. Like I said, I started my period, so today's a pamper day. I'm pampering myself. La 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 la. So there we go. But yeah, pamper. Everybody deserves a self-care day. All of you guys deserve a self-care day. So take care of yourself. Self-care is important. Okay, we're also going to exfoliate our lippies. So I'm just going to take a washcloth like this and kind of rub them. And then I'm going to take my electric toothbrush, my son's electric toothbrush. And, oh, you did, Ash? Why? What happened? Because you asked, let me guess, you asked her a question and she got mad. Yeah. Typical. Typical JK fashion. I really don't post about that crap over here on my TikTok because people were reporting my account yesterday, y'all. I got like 2 strikes in one day, and I know that people are trying to get my account taken down. So that's why I don't talk about it here on TikTok, because TikTok's like rules are too easy to, you know, it's too easy to fuck with people's accounts on TikTok. So that's why all my videos about it are on my YouTube and my podcast, because I don't want my channel, I don't want this account to get deleted. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like this: dishonesty, deflection, double down on the lies, okay, deny. It's really sad, actually. Okay, so see how red my lips are? That's just from me, like, doing that little bit of exfoliation with that toothbrush. Okay? Alright. Beautiful, baby. You know you want to kiss these lips, baby. Okay, tomorrow we are going to be live on my YouTube channel, you guys, and we're going to be talking about, seriously, we're going to be talking about mom guilt. Okay, so, you know, I used drugs while I was pregnant, and I have talked about it, you know, on my channels for a very, very long time. And I think it's really important to be honest about that kind of stuff, because there's a lot of women in the recovery community who are watching our accounts, and that's how they end up getting the strength and the courage to reach out for help, is by watching our accounts and saying, well, Nicole, if Nicole could get sober, then I can get sober. Oh, Nicole was honest about her addiction and pregnancy, then I should get honest and get help so I can get sober, right? And so that's why I talk about it. Because let me just tell y'all something. It's hard to talk about that subject. A lot of people feel very strongly about it, and a lot of people are really fucking mean. Okay? So it's not like people are like, oh, we're so proud of you for being honest. No, they're like, fuck you, you don't deserve your son. You know, it's pretty bad. And so, we're going to talk about mom guilt on my YouTube channel tomorrow for a live stream. And I'm going to share with you guys all about how I've been in therapy for years. And I'll have 8 years sober in July. And I'm still struggling with mom guilt. Okay? With the guilt and the shame of using while I was pregnant. Okay? And I'm not asking for sympathy or anything. I'm just sharing with you guys that, like, I've been working on healing for many, many years, and I'm still struggling. You know? And so, recovery takes a lot of hard work, you guys. Okay? It's not just, oh, I stopped using drugs. It's like, especially if you have a personality disorder on top of having an addiction, on top of having mental illness, on top of having trauma and all these things, it takes a lot of fucking work, dude. And it's not for the faint of heart. Okay? Okay, Jordan. It's not for the faint of heart. All right? So it takes a lot of hard work and dedication when you're getting sober. And we talked about this yesterday when I was live, you know, the importance of being honest about your recovery, because you're really hurting yourself, you know. You're hurting yourself, but if you're a public figure and you're not being honest, like, that fucks up a lot of people who look up to you, you know. And I just feel some type of way about that specifically in the recovery community, because there's so many vulnerable people that follow us, you guys, that look up to us, and we don't even know it. We don't even know that they're doing that, you know? So that's why it's our duty and our due diligence, our job, to be transparent and honest. It's important. It's important. Like, I can't stress to you guys enough how important honesty is in recovery. If you can't be honest with yourself, then you can't recover. You can't recover. Okay? It's just straight up. That's just there's no way around it. There's no other way to say it. If you can't be honest with yourself, you cannot recover. Sorry, I have psoriasis. Look at that, y'all. That's skin from the back of my ear. Sorry, I had to show y'all that because it's driving me insane. I'm picking it right now. But anyway, yeah, it's just really, it's a bad situation. This is why it's so important, you guys, for us to do our research on who we support in recovery. Like, you really, it's sad. And what I believe happens is I believe a lot of younger people fall into this trap where they just blindly support creators that do not care about them, that do not have their best interest at heart, like, who, you are just a number, you know? Yesterday, I got a comment on my backup account from a girl, and it really made me mad because she was like, you don't like my comments anymore, and you changed because your channel blew up. And I'm like, excuse me? This is my backup account that I only check once a week. Like, I don't go onto that account. I'm always on this account, right? And it made me so upset because I literally give my cell phone out to people. And that's what I was like, you have my cell phone number. Text me, you know? Like, why come onto my account and comment, oh, you don't like my comments? Like, that is, do you know how many people comment on my videos? If I sat here and tried to like every comment all day long, I'd be here all day. And it made me so mad because those are the people who message me and say, I messaged you and you never got back to me. I gave you my cell phone number. You didn't text me. I know you didn't. You know what I mean? It's like, I am not going to message you. I am not going to chase you down. You're reaching out to me. Like, and I'm over here giving out my cell phone number. No, I don't know any other creators that do that. I don't know any other creators that sit on their freaking 150K platform and give their cell phone numbers out to people. You know what I mean? And so when you're saying, I messaged you and you didn't get back to me, it's like, no, baby, I sent you my cell phone number. You have to text me. I'm not going to chase you down. Okay? That's like a lot, y'all. I'm already giving of myself so much. Please do not be selfish. You know, please do not be selfish. Think about all the people who reach out to me every single day. No, baby, I have psoriasis, and this is a mask that's on my face. This is a mask. See? It's like, this is what happens. This is why I get so frustrated, you guys, because it's like, and I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just being honest with you guys. There are people that you literally have to pay to talk to them on the phone. Okay? Yes, it's the ordinary. And I'm giving my phone number out to anybody that needs to text me. Anybody that wants to text me can text me, right? And there are people that literally charge you money to get on the phone with them. But you're going to be rude to me. You know why that is? It's because I'm so nice. And people think I'm weak, so they take advantage. And they think that they can talk to me any type of way. And yesterday, I just really was upset yesterday when I saw that message because, like I said, I only sign on to my backup account like once a week just to check it, you know, make sure it's still there because it's a lot of work running all these accounts, you know? And so it makes me really upset when people do that to me and they try to guilt trip me. They try to gaslight me and make me feel guilty for not being able to answer a DM, you know? It really, really is hurtful when they do that to me because it makes me feel terrible. It makes me feel like, wow, I'm just trying to help you and you're going to literally gaslight me like I'm a horrible person because I couldn't get to your message at the time you wanted me to get to it. Now, I get to my messages, you know, but they wanted me to get to their message in their time. And that's not how this works. That's not how this works. You know, I answer my messages within 3 or 4 days of them being in my DMs. You know, I check my messages every day mostly, but sometimes I'll check them every 2 to 3 days. And so it's like, wow, you're coming to me asking me for help, but you're shaming me for not being able to answer you fast enough. Hold on a second. You know what I mean? Like, wait a second, back up. We got to reevaluate things, because that's not how this is going to work. You know, so, it was so frustrating, because yesterday I was already feeling crappy because I'm started my period, you know, and then I got this message basically like bawling me out, telling me that I've changed because I'm not getting to messages as fast as I used to. Well, let me think. I've only gained like 200,000 people following me in the last year. I'm sorry. It's just a little bit more than it was, you know, only 200,000 more people than it was last time. I'm sorry. I'm a little overwhelmed, you know, like, damn. Oh, yeah, my hair looks good, don't it? I've been letting it grow out, and I haven't been dyeing it, you guys. I used to have, like, hey, Felicia, I used to have, like, highlights in my hair, and I stopped doing that. And so now it's all natural color with my grays. Y'all see them grays? I got a whole patch of grays over here. Or whites. I guess you call them whites. But, anyway. Sometimes I get, sometimes I have thoughts of using, but, what I do is I use my coping skills, which is I start snitching on my motherfucking addiction. Yeah. So whenever I have a thought about using, I tell myself, I talk about it. I tell somebody else. I say, yo, I've been thinking about getting high. And then we talk about how stupid that would be. And then I'm like, you know what? It would be really fucking stupid. And then I don't get high. I think a lot of what helps it, you guys, is I really don't hang out with people that use drugs. I don't hang out with people that use drugs. So I'm not ever around drugs, you know? And if I am for some reason, like if I'm around somebody that's using, it's not by myself. It's like with another person in recovery. Like I'd never just like go into like the trap house by myself or something, you know? I always, I dropped that right there on my pillow. Oops. I always have somebody with me who is in recovery also to help me, because it's a buddy system. We don't go alone. You know what I mean? Was it first hard to get sober? Yeah. When I first got sober, my son had just gotten taken away from me. So I got sober in July of 2015 after my son was placed in Child Protective Services care. And I dropped him off at CPS because they made me bring him up there. And then I told my caseworker to take me to detox. And she took me and she dropped me off at a detox center. And I stayed in detox for 5 days. And then they were going to let me go home on Sunday. And I told them, you cannot let me go home on Sunday. It's the weekend. I will get high. I really need to stay here one extra day. And I'm so grateful. The lady's name was April. I actually knew her from years before that. I had went to treatment, and she used to work at this treatment center I went to. I was like, please let me stay. Oh, our co-host is here. Hey, co-host. Say hi to everybody, Paco. Paco, are we going to have a good day today? Are we going to have a good day today? Good. I love you too. All right, bye. Anyway, so I asked April if I could stay one more day until Monday so I could transition over from rehab or from detox straight into rehab. And she said, yes, you can. And so I stayed one more night in detox. And then my father-in-law picked me up on Monday and took me to the treatment center and dropped me off. And when I got to the treatment center, I was devastated, you guys. I was devastated that I had gotten my son taken away from me. I can remember being in active addiction and saying, I'll never get my child taken away from me. And I would say things like, oh my gosh, how can people use drugs while they're pregnant? That's disgusting. Or I would say things like, I'll never shoot up. I don't do that kind of stuff. Guess what? Guess what? All the things that I said that I would never do, I did them. I shot up. I lost custody of my son. I caught hepatitis C. I used rigs after people all the time. I fucking fished a rig out of a garbage can one time. A fucking big ass green dumpster garbage can. Okay? Like, I did everything I said I would never do. And so when I had gotten to treatment, I was devastated, dude. I was struggling. And I have a job, you dumb fucker. I work from home, idiot. Y'all crack me up sometimes. I had been really fucking stressed out. I was really upset. They brought my son to me for the first time at visitation, you guys, and I literally cried my eyes out the whole visitation. I cried so much that my little boy didn't want me to hold him. He would only go to my husband because I was crying so much. So, it was so difficult to me that I was getting high in treatment. My husband snuck in Xanax bars to me, and I was taking Xanax bars while I was in there. And I feel so ashamed for that. Because I was like falling asleep and nodding out during our like group meetings. And one day, it was a Friday, we went to go to a meeting, and my husband was supposed to drop the Xanaxes outside of the treatment center. So when I got there, they would be there back from the meeting. Well, when we pulled up back from the meeting, guess who was there? My husband, caught red-handed, and they were going to kick me out. And I remember like, oh my God, they're going to kick me out. I'm going to lose custody of my son. This is it. This is it, right? And they had like a meeting, and they made me like literally live on eggshells because they wouldn't tell me whether they were kicking me out or not. And 2 more weeks went by, and it was time for me to graduate. And they were like, we didn't kick you out because we didn't want you to lose custody of your son, because CPS told us that if you got kicked out, you would lose custody of your son. So I went, the minute I got out of treatment, I went straight and got a job. I got a full-time job. I didn't have no car. I walked everywhere I went. I worked my ass off to get my son back. Me and my husband, we worked our asses off. We did not pass go. We did not collect $200. We worked our asses off. We went to meetings. We went to fucking group therapy. We went to individualized therapy. We both had full-time jobs. My husband had his car. He was driving to work. I was walking to work. Like, when I tell you guys, I was hitting it, hustling, right? And a year later, I had my son back. I had full custody of my son back. So I worked really hard to get custody of my son back. I worked really hard to buy my own car. I worked really hard to have my jobs that I have. Like, I work from home because I've worked really hard, you know? And it always makes me laugh whenever people, you know, are online, like asking people for handouts and shit like that, because I walked everywhere I went. Nobody gave me a damn dime for gas money. Okay, me and my husband, I've never come on the internet and asked anybody for a goddamn thing, right? I fucking did this shit on my own. And that's why I think it's so important for other people to do the same, because then they don't fucking take it for granted. If they don't have to work for it, they take it for granted. And that is the truth. That is the truth. And so me and my husband have worked so hard. And now I've been sober for 8 years. My husband will have 4 years sober this December, because he had a relapse in 2020. And I couldn't be prouder. You know, I'm so proud of both of us. But it was a lot of hard work. Yeah, so that's a little bit about how hard it was. Yeah, it was really hard. You know, I didn't have family that was here just giving me money. I didn't have, hold on. I'm not seeing any troll, comments, I guess. I'm blind, y'all. But there you go, Ashley, I made you a mod. I'm not seeing any troll comments. So that's why I think it's so important, you guys, to be responsible and work hard and not be asking for handouts, because you have to make your way. Okay. In recovery, it's about taking responsibility. In recovery, it's about being accountable. In recovery, it's about being honest. Okay. And a lot of people lack that. Okay. They are incapable of being honest with themselves, you know? And because they can't be honest with themselves, they are unable to be honest with anyone else. And it's sad, dude. It is sad, because at the end of the day, the only person you're hurting is yourself if you're being dishonest. And so I feel like dishonesty has been a big topic lately, because there's so many people on TikTok right now who are influencers with large platforms who just lie to the cows come home, honey. Like, I could come on here and I could totally be like, hey guys, I could paint a picture of my addiction that painted me in a much better light. I could lie and say I didn't use while I was pregnant. I could lie and say I never shot up drugs, that I only snorted and smoked them. Okay? I could lie and say that my son never got taken from me by CPS. And it's like, what good is that going to do? How's that going to help anyone else? How's that going to help you? So, I don't know. What else did y'all want to know? Oh, the ice in my shoes. Okay, so, I ordered those shoes from Poshmark. That video is here on my TikTok account. If you guys want to watch it, it's all here on my TikTok account. So, I order from Poshmark all the time, and Macari, all the time. And I had ordered a pair of pink Pumas and a pair of purple Converse tennis shoes. And I had taken the Converse, and I had taken them out of the box, and I tossed them right there in that corner by that mirror. And I left them there, right? I didn't put my hand inside the shoe, nothing. I just tossed them over there. Well, it was a Friday, and I was getting ready to pick Nate up from school early because he had made 100 on his math test. And I was so proud of him. I wanted to reward him. So I was picking him up early, and we were going to go do tacos for life because that's his favorite. So I went to put on the left shoe, and while I was going to put the shoe on, my toe would not move forward. It wouldn't go to the front. I was like, what the hell's going on here? So I took the shoe off and I put my hand inside of it. When I reached inside the shoe, there was it was a ball of toilet paper. So I pulled the ball of toilet paper out, and wrapped in the ball of toilet paper was a small Ziploc baggie, one of those little ones about that big. And I looked in the baggie, and there it was. Ice, crystals, meth, okay? And so what I did was I started shaking, okay? I got real nervous, and I called my husband, took a picture, called my husband, sent him the picture, and said, you are never going to guess what just happened. I just found a bag of meth in my shoe. And my husband was like, what? You're kidding me. I said, look at your phone. So he looked at his phone and saw the picture, and he goes, flush it. What if it has fentanyl in it, And I said, of course I'm going to flush it. So I got off the phone, and for a split second before I went to go flush it, the thought crossed my mind. I could do this and nobody would ever know. Nobody would ever know. And that's when I started freaking out real bad. And I started crying. And that's when I turned my camera on and started snitching on my motherfucking addiction. And I went on camera and I video cameraed myself, not only dumping the ice in the toilet and dropping the baggie in the toilet and flushing it and y'all watching it go down the drain. And I was like, that to me that day there was an entity or some kind of evil spirit that was trying to come against me that day, because I've never experienced anything like that in the 8 years that I've been sober. Okay? Like, ever. I've never experienced anything like that, you guys. Like, I don't go around drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't have friends, y'all. It's like me and my husband. That's it. Right? And so I freaked out. But baby, I stood on that shit and I fucking flushed it and I fucking rose above it, and that's all that happened. The rest is history. I flushed that shit. You know? I flushed that shit. You know, and here's the thing. Methamphetamine ruined my life, okay? Like, it took a lot from me. Like, I lost a lot because of my meth addiction, okay? I went to prison because of my meth addiction. These are my new little jackets that go on my earrings. They're opals. They're so pretty, you guys. I love them. They're dark opals. Oh, you can't even see it. It's got, like, pink and green. They're so pretty. It kind of matches this little freaking, this opal, too. But here's the thing, you guys. Like, I've been sober long enough. Like, I don't want to throw my sobriety away for one freaking day of using meth. Like, do you know how miserable I would have been if I had done that? Like, I like to sleep and I love to eat. Hello? If I had done that, I would have been miserable. It would not have been a good time for me. So I'm so proud of myself. Well, after that happened, do you know that there was people who tried to act like I set that up for views? Like I put myself in that position for views. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, I don't get paid from TikTok. I don't need the views. What do I need the views for? You know? Like, I couldn't believe that. Like, that is how crazy some people are on the internet. That they would think that I needed views to where I would do something like that. No, I don't play around when it comes to addiction, okay? I don't play around when it comes to the recovery community, all right? Like, this is people's life and death, all right? That video for me was triggering as fuck, experiencing it in real life. So I know it was triggering for those of you guys who saw it happening to me in real time. So I would never, ever play around like that for some fucking views. Are you kidding me? Like, it's so crazy how people are just so demented that people would think that. I don't need the views. I don't get paid, okay? Like, maybe somebody that is actually making a lot of money off of YouTube or TikTok or whatever, maybe they would do that for views, but not me, honey. Not me. So, anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. But, yeah, I love having my apartment. I love having my, y'all see how I love my opals? Okay, like, this shit's expensive, you know? So I'd rather have my nice rings and my my son and my husband and, like, having just a good life than to be on drugs. I really, really value my relationships with my husband and my son. My son is my everything. Let me just share with you guys. Yes, that's me. I am Nicole that works with Dr. B. Excuse me. My son is so observant. There's no way. If I use substances, my son would know 100%. And he would call me the fuck out. Because that's how my little man is. He's just like me. He don't take no shit. And when he sees his mommy not acting like she normally acts, he'll straight up say, "Mom, what's wrong with you? What have you done?" You know, like when I start my period, usually about 2 or 3 days before it, I'm really grumpy, my stomach's cramping, and I'm like laying in bed. He'll come in there, "Mom, what's going on? Is that time of the month? Is it your monthly?" Because I'll tell him it's my monthly, you know. He knows. He's very in tune with me, you know. So, yeah. I love you guys, and I just want people to understand, like, this is not a joke to me, okay? Recovery is my life, you know? Who's your hubby, AZ Mama 3? I don't know who your husband is. Was he supposed to work with Dr. B? Because if that's the case, Dr. B's been MIA for a couple months, for about 2 months. I've been having to do reposts for him. I just this week got new content from him. So he's been like really slammed, so we haven't been able to do any collaborations. Oh, is he the guy from the trip YouTube? Yeah, like I did not get back to him. Like he told me to not worry about it, to text him whenever, because he has a full-time job. So, yeah, I talked. If that's who you're talking about, I already talked to that guy. I don't know who Fred is. Sorry. I mean, I might if you showed me his account, but I don't remember. I have a lot of people that reach out to work with Dr. B. Fred is on fentanyl. He's on fentanyl right now? Oh, is he the guy who wanted to do a video with Dr. B to share about his wounds? Was that? You have to bear with me, baby. If you want to ask something or if he wants to message me, just tell him to shoot me a message because, like I said, there's like 7 or 8 different collaborations that I've been trying to get Dr. B connected to do. But like I said, he's been really busy in his office. So I haven't even gotten to get him to do the ones that were before Fred. You know what I'm saying? So whenever he just started making new videos, I got 2 YouTube videos from him and 3 videos for TikTok from him. So that means that he's getting back on track with his filming because like I said, he has his own practice, like a doctor's office. So what happens is sometimes he'll get really busy at the doctor's office and then the social media stuff will kind of like, it will suffer because he's so busy at the doctor's office. So yeah, just tell him to give me a text because I have literally only talked to Dr. B twice in 2 months because he's been so busy. But yeah, thanks for stopping in and saying hi, girl. Were you addicted to ecstasies? Yes. When I was about 16 or 17 years old, there was a guy that I hung out named Psycho. Great name, right? And Psycho would sell these ecstasy tabs for like $30, $20 a pop. This is back in the day when they made ecstasies that had like the apple stamps on them, red apples, green apples, dollar signs, Supermans, Spider-Man, like all kinds of stuff like that, right? Thanks, Judy, and have a great day at work, babe. I used to take these suckers like they were going out of style. And the reason why I liked them is these ones were like stimulant based, okay? These ones were not. So what I've heard, I don't know if I'm saying this if it's wrong or not. So this could be misinformation. But I've heard that there's like ecstasy that is like, has a stimulant kind of base. And then there's ecstasies that have like downer kind of bases, right? And so the ones that I always did were stimulant kinds, And so that's why I liked them so much. Oh, really, Jamie? Yeah. And so me and my sisters, I would take these things and I would drink a ton of orange juice, and then we turn on the music in the house, and then my mouth would start going. It's so. I'm so grateful that I survived my drug addiction because honestly, you guys, I shouldn't even be alive. I should be dead because of the stupid shit that I did in active addiction. So I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm fucking grateful. Grateful to be alive. Hey, you know what? Fred's wife, my number changed. Maybe that's why Fred thinks I'm not getting back to him. I got a new number like recently. It's 501-471-9455. Because he might have my 258 number, and that's old. My new number is 501-471-9455. Just send me a message, and I will send you my cell phone number. Because maybe that's why he thinks that I haven't gotten back to him. Because I did get a number changed. I tried to get it out to everybody when it changed, but yeah, you can send me a message. But that, like I said, I might have missed him or something. Yeah, Jamie, same. Yes, I was a big Xanax head too, girl. I was prescribed Xanax whenever I was working for the Department of Finance. So I used to work for the DMV, okay? And the reason why I got on Xanax was because one day I was doing car tags for a lady and she got pissed. And she tried to jump across the counter, right, to like come after me. And it scared me. And my boss had a peach Xanax and she gave me one to calm me down. And that's when I had a love affair with Xanax. And I went to the doctor and I got a prescription for them. And I mixed them, you know, there was a whole 5-year period where all I did was take methadone wafers and Xanax together. God, I can't believe I made it out of that era alive, you know? And I would constantly nod out, light my comforter on fire. I would be so fucked up. I would almost burn the house down. So that is like so dangerous. And I have lost so many friends to that, methadone and Xanax, you know? God, man, I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm gonna get emotional, y'all. I'm on my period this week, so I'm fucking emotional as fuck already. I'm already emotional, but then add me being on my period, and I'm even more emotional, okay? Y'all know I'm emotional as fuck. I'm an emo. Emo Nicole, okay? I love my place, y'all. Like, this is my place. I gotta do the laundry. Y'all know I always got a fucking pile of laundry on the couch. But, like, I can hang out in my living room now. I can sit here and talk. Like, I couldn't do this at my old house. Like, you have no idea how much happier I am now that I'm out of that house. And it has just helped me so much with my mental health, man. So much, man. I was fucking struggling living there. And now I feel free, you know? Yeah. If I was fated on bars, y'all, I would be so mean, okay? Because I would get really cocky and really just shitty. Like, I'd talk shit to anybody. I would stand 10 toes down, talk shit to the biggest motherfucker in the room on Xanax bars. I used from the time I was about 17 till the time I was about 31 or 32. So about 15, 16 years. Thank you, baby. Thanks for the heart. It was quite an experience. I wanted to be sober so many times, and I tried. I just really had a hard time getting sober. I really had a hard time. Well, it looks like everything died down, y'all. There was like 160 people in here, and I think they all thought I was going to come on here and talk shit about Jessica Kent. But honestly, I've said everything I need to say about the girl. What else can I tell y'all? You know, people they live for the drama. It's crazy to me. People say, oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. But then whenever I am talking about it, they're here, hundreds of them, you know. Yeah, she is, as far as I know. And you guys, like, you can ask me anything you want to ask me. Like, I have no reason to not share with you guys what I went through in my addiction. I have no reason to, like, alter or embellish my truths, you know? Like, I was just a person in addiction who struggled, and I used a lot of substances, and I was not some big baller, shot caller. I was a little girl who was lost and needed help, you know? And, it wasn't cool. It wasn't fun. It wasn't glorifying. Like, it was terrible, you know? And I was really depressed about it for a long time. You know, Angel was such an amazing girl, y'all. It's fucked up that I was talking to her mom because I'm friends with her mom. I was talking to her mom on the phone the other day, and I was like, why did she get off Suboxone? And I just feel like I feel like Angel was being like pressured. I feel like not her mom. Her mom wasn't pressuring her. I feel like other people, I feel like the sober living home that she was living in was pressuring her. I feel like something was going on behind the scenes and people were giving her a hard time about being on subs. I truly believe if she had stayed on subs, she wouldn't have fucking died, man. And that's the truth. Like, I really believe that with all my heart. With all my heart. And y'all know if I had known that she was getting off Suboxone, I would have talked her out of it. But I didn't know she had gotten off. Listen to me, Heather. Do not listen to what they say, okay? Do you guys listen to me? Listen to me when I tell y'all this. Do y'all know how many years I went through being made fun of because I was on subs? Do you know how many years people told me that I would never be able to work in treatment, that I would never be able to help people, that I would never have a good job, that I would only be, that I might as well just be shooting heroin? And for years, people made fun of me. People made memes with my face on it. Okay? Please, just ignore those people. Block them. Screw those people. They do not matter. What they say about you being on Suboxone says more about them than it does about you. You know what I'm saying? Let me just tell y'all this. That video that Matt made me so mad. It makes me mad because how dare him? How dare him? He's sitting in sober living right now because he couldn't stay sober from Kratom. Okay? Like, how dare you? Why are you doing that? Why not focus on your sobriety and doing things the right way since you are obviously struggling? You know, like, why do you... It just makes me so sad. It makes me sad. It makes me mad. It makes me sad, you know? And yeah, I'm eating unhealthy because I'm on my period. This kid here on TikTok, Matt Keegan, whatever, he makes raps about Suboxone and the big pharma and all that. And it just makes me sick, dude. It makes me sick. And this is the kind of shit, that kind of shit right there is what keeps people from getting on Suboxone who need to get on it, that are like pregnant and addicted. Like MS Ashy Cat. Okay? She would be a perfect candidate if what she is doing, I don't know what she's doing, y'all. I just know that she's been struggling. I can see it in her eyes. If what she's doing is illegal drugs, and she would be a perfect candidate for MAT treatment, you know? And so, seeing videos like that, oh my God. You got to tag me in her video, Heather. You got to tag me in the video. That makes me so mad. So guess what a bitch is about to do? A bitch is about to become a member of Water Talk, y'all. I'm ordering the motherfucking drinks. I'm ordering the syrups. I'm ordering the packets. And we're going to be doing Water Talk over here on TikTok. Bitch, I can't wait. I'm going to start creating my own damn mixtures. I'm fascinated with it. So, yeah, we're diving into Water Talk, okay? Okay. Oh, I can't wait to do it. I follow this guy on YouTube. His name is Peter Mon. Y'all have got to watch his channels. He has a bunch of channels, but one that he has is called Peter Does Stuff. And this morning he was making a water drink. Really, Julian? How much do you weigh, baby? Did you, Ashley? Oh, good. I'm glad y'all are into it too. I've been watching it for like weeks now. You don't need no weight loss surgery. I mean, you're probably like me, and you've been trying to lose weight for how many years? 10. You know what I mean? And it's like, never happens. So, I mean, I need weight loss surgery too, honey. So, I understand. But, Yeah, I was going to say, have you looked into Ozempic? Girl, my fucking BMI is probably 40. Well, that's okay, Jillian. If you want to do it, I support you. You know? She's only 5'2", though, y'all. That's probably why. I'm like 5'3" and a quarter, almost 5'4", and I'm 218 pounds right now. I have gained 18 pounds back of the weight that I lost, y'all. I'm so mad at myself as I eat another unicorn bar. Really, Jay? How does he feel? Did he have any bad side effects? Tell us about it. So is Sarah, Heather. Sarah's a big ass bitch too. She's tall too. Recovery bully. Thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate that, baby. I'm not tall, but I'm a big bitch. I have really broad shoulders. Okay. No more cakes. This is my last little Debbie. I don't relate to you, no. Ashley had to get her gallbladder taken out. That's the girl I was telling you about who had complications with it. Did I tell you that, Sarah? I think I texted it to you. I'm not sure. Okay. That was delicious. Nate's in summer school, y'all. He's got this week and next week, and then he's done. But he was really mad at me for putting him in it. But guess what? When I picked him up on Monday, he comes out of the school and he goes, Mom, summer school is fun. And I was like, yes, because he really needed it. Because we really, because of COVID and everything, my son started school early, so he's, younger than all of his other classmates. All of his other classmates are 9, and he's 8. And, so he's always been, a little behind, Thanks, Jennifer. And so, but not enough to, hold him back, And so, him being in summer school, he is loving it. And it's really helping him, So, but anyways, I got to get off here, you guys, because I got to change my damn tampon. And I'm watching, based on a true story on Peacock. Y'all got to watch it. It's about true crime. It's about a couple who want to start a true crime podcast. So, y'all got to watch it. It's on Peacock. Like I said, tomorrow, I'm going to do a live on mom guilt. It'll go on my YouTube and on my podcast. So if you guys are subscribed to either one of those, you'll get to hear it. And that'll be live at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if y'all want to come to the live stream, it'll be at 10 a.m. If not, you can catch it on my podcast. But I'm having the most fun time doing these little podcast episodes and stuff. And my podcast, you guys, is blowing up. To me, it's blowing up. I'm having 700 or 800 listeners already. I'm almost to 1,000. I feel like that's really good for a week and a half old podcast, So, I'm really having fun with it. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go relax and continue on with my pampering. I'm going to do my nails and my toenails. And, yeah. If y'all need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Just shoot me a text or send me a DM, and I'll send you my cell phone number, and then you can shoot me a text. Okay? All right. Oh, Jillian, for those of you guys that are in my Patreon, don't forget this Sunday, 3 p.m. Central, we'll be live just like we were last Sunday. That's going to happen every Sunday from now on with everybody that's in Patreon. So, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye, y'all.